Hey guys, it's come up in the past on some videos about the copyright laws in Japan when we've covered topics to do with music or television and things like that. We've mentioned before about how strict Japanese copyright laws are. We're talking about if you upload to the internet stuff that doesn't belong to you. So if we copy stuff from TV, upload it onto YouTube, the potential penalty is 10 years in jail or $100,000. So it's really strict. It's got to be among the strictest in the world, and that's the rule now. That's been the rule for some time, which is why, you know, we don't upload stuff from TV or music or stuff like that that we don't own because they're so strict. But this week they've brought in a new law and they've actually passed it. It went through Parliament without any challenge. So somebody proposed the law and all the politicians said, yep, that's fine, and they passed it. And it's basically a law that says that, so the law until now said that if we upload something onto the internet, we can take the penalty. But they've now made the law that if you download from the internet, you can face 2 years in jail or a $20,000 fine. So that means that if somebody is in Japan and we watch something on YouTube that is obviously copied, so some AKB or some TV, some funny TV stuff, some of those funny TV shows that we've been talking about, we can face 2 years in jail for it. So the law actually says something along the lines of knowingly, if you download something that you know is illegal or is not legitimate, that's been copied. But you know, Japanese law and the legal system is notorious for being pretty ruthless, and you can't really fight it. Basically, people don't have a lot of rights when it comes to the legal system here. All the advantages in the prosecutor's favour. So it's pretty notorious for that. People going to jail for long periods of time that turns out that they're innocent and that sort of thing. So it's pretty scary because, you know, if the prosecutors here accused you of downloading something from the internet illegally, it'd be very unlikely that you could prove otherwise. You know, basically, if they charged you with it, you'd probably be found guilty. So, pretty scary prospect. I can't imagine that they're going to have the resources to be chasing everybody for this. So, you know, despite the panic that you're probably going to hear from a lot of people about this, I think it's pretty unlikely that the average person in the suburbs of Japan is going to be tracked down for watching, you know, some AKB on YouTube or something. But I think what is more scary is that they could use it against anybody. So, for example, if the prosecutors raided your house for another reason, if someone reported you for something else and they raided your house for another reason and checked your computer and didn't find anything wrong, didn't find any drugs in your house or didn't find anything illegal in your house and found no proof of any other crimes, all they'd have to do is find some downloaded AKB or some downloaded funny TV show or just anything at all on your computer that you didn't own, anything at all that you downloaded from the internet that you didn't actually own, and they could put you in jail for 2 years. So it's pretty scary. I think most countries around the world, if you proposed a law like this, people would be protesting in the street, but in Japan it went straight through the diet, straight through their parliamentary system without any objection. So yeah, I think we need to be realistic about what this means to the average person. It's the principle of it, I think, that's disturbing. You know, whether it actually stops us watching YouTube, you know, it's hard to know what effect this is going to have. It's possible YouTube could panic. That would be a problem if YouTube panic and say that they don't want to take the risk. Because at the moment, YouTube know that people illegally upload stuff to YouTube, and YouTube know that they're not stopping it all. They try to. YouTube try to stop it. But they know, YouTube know that there's lots of illegal stuff on YouTube that's been uploaded illegally. And they try and stop it, but they know they can't totally stop it. So if YouTube think that there's a chance that they'll be prosecuted by the Japanese government, then they might panic and withdraw YouTube from Japan. It's possible, I guess. Who knows? It's early days. It's only been this week. I'm sure there's lawyers all over the place looking at this right now, and I'm sure YouTube are looking at it as well, undoubtedly. So, yeah, a little bit disturbing. Too early to panic. No point in panicking about these things or getting too emotional or excited about them until we know what the actual real consequences are. But it could go either way. It could just fizzle. We might hear a bit about this over the next couple of months, and then October might come and go, and the actual reality of it might turn out to be an anticlimax. But if YouTube panic, and Google own YouTube, and Google are fairly ruthless when it comes to money and business, and if they think that there's a financial risk to continuing operating in Japan, they might stop. They might stop YouTube being viewed in Japan. It's possible. Or they might stop people uploading or downloading from Japan. I guess it's possible they can do that, so who knows. So anyway, here's a heads up for you guys. Keep your eyes out. I'm sure there'll be more goings on to do with this. If anything dramatic, any sort of reality happens about this, I'll let you know. I'm sure there'll be a lot of talk, and there'll be a lot of discussion, and there'll be a lot of people panicking, a lot of theories, and people with aluminium hats running around panicking about the conspiracies and everything. I won't be reporting any of that if there's any reality. So I'm telling you this one because it's real. There was a law passed, so it's real this week. It's real. And if anything else real happens, I'll tell you about it. So until then, yeah, if you hear stuff on the internet, people panicking and aluminium hats and stuff like that, don't worry about it too much until we know the reality of it. But yeah, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. Anybody that's saying YouTube could be banned in Japan, which is the phrase I've heard used already, it is possible. Although more possible, rather than being banned, I suspect, more possible that YouTube could pull the pin and say they don't want to take the risk and they don't want to operate in Japan anymore. It's possible, because I know YouTube's not real profitable in Japan. So it's really possible they could walk away. So hope not. I hope not. I'd be a bit lost if I wasn't making these videos. But if it happens, if YouTube do pull the pin, you'll be able to find us on Blip TV. More videos coming soon. Maybe.